Jay, so still more developments in this Diddy case, but what I want to talk about is kind of some of the comments I've been seeing coming from like some of the celebrities, like 50 Cent, who would normally be somebody that's on some other foolishness, now kind of sharing, I think, what we all are thinking. And then Dr. Umar talking about, the fact that it's become a distraction from the election. But a lot of what we've seen or heard lately has been, learning that he was placed on suicide watch as a precaution because of where he is. But I just want to know your thoughts. One, do you think that this is a part of some overall larger political agenda where it is coming to distract Black people because we can oftentimes go down the rabbit hole? Or two, do you think there's something to this? He was playing in a different space, as a rich man, and not anything that should be criminally penalized.
There's a lot of stuff in there, what you said. So allow me to try to unpack it piece by piece.
Okay.
I don't think it's a political distraction, because I think that we live in America, and in America, it's a constant political distraction. Like that's never stops. So I can't say that that's the case, because I don't think that that's like that ever stops in America. And I don't think it's just for Black people. I think Black people, like anything else, like Black people get hurt and hit by it a whole lot harder than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So they love to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. Like, again, if it's a pandemic, you'll see poor, disenfranchised, minority individuals hurt more than everybody else in those types of times. And I think it's the same situation with this, that we do got all the time on your hand to worry about what the hell is going on with other people, when you should be worried about how to pay your damn bills and, focus on your own life and all that other stuff like that. So yes, I don't think that that's what's going on. I think that we constantly live in that type of space, and if you haven't gotten woken up to that, then you probably get caught, in that rabbit hole continuously. Okay, what was the other thing? Do I think that he just was a rich man playing in?
Yeah, and shouldn't be criminally penalized for it.
Well, I think if they look hard enough, they're going to find something that Diddy did do wrong. And whatever that is, fine. I don't believe he was running no criminal enterprise. I don't believe it should be in a RICO case. I think all that's bullshit. But he did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because just from the time that people lived in that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit that people were doing in Diddy's time wasn't illegal then. That's illegal now. You know what I'm saying? Or wasn't frowned upon in that time. That's frowned upon now. This is why the Harvey Weinsteins and all these other people are where they are. You know what I'm saying? Because, we watch movies where men, especially powerful men, walk up to a woman who they liked and thought like them and kiss them. And then we'll see some in movies where it'll just go down. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all good. But then, nowadays that happens. Hey, that's a problem. And it probably was a problem then, but people didn't look at it as that. And even some of the females like, hey, this is my job, or this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna move on. A thing happened, whatever. And please don't think that women don't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it goes on both sides. But freak offs, as they're calling it now, but I call it elaborate orgies, is a thing that rich people do. You know what I'm saying? And should he be jailed for it? No. Should he be trying to be killed for it? No. But that's just is what it is. I believe, going to the 50 Cent, what 50 Cent said, which I said way before that, and 100 other people said it made sense because he finally said it. And everybody listened for him to say something slick about Diddy, as opposed to just saying, something that's realistic. Like, hey, he made those people, the liquor people, feel uncomfortable, and now they came for him. And I believe that 1,000%. But I've also heard Luke speak out. I've heard who is it? Ed Lover, and I heard Pimpin' Ken speak out, and they all said that. Well, they spoke in their own different words. So Pimpin' Ken was just like, his whole thing was, this is bigger than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I believe that 1,000%. Ed Lover just was running down the facts about, hey, I've been to many of Diddy parties, never participated in nothing like that, all these other things, because that was the thing to do. I'm too young to participate, but I was old enough to hear and be in the mix. That was the thing to do, to be at a Diddy party. I actually was at a party he hosted, wasn't his particular party, and that was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like 25. But at the end of the day, that's what he was known for. And now all of a sudden, everybody hearing the negative. I've never, in 20 plus years, I've never heard none of this crazy stuff until recently. Never, ever, 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 ever. And just because I ain't participated in it or been around parties, I was around people and I know people who had. And it was always, oh, you got to go to the white party in Hampton. You got to go, you get yourself, it was a sign of stature. You made it if you got an invite from that party. The party I did go to, it was hosted, we got gifted American Express black cards with our names on it for the entry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was phenomenal. That's what that was. Now, did some people stay after and get freaky? I'm sure. That's what happened. Some people left there, go to the hotel, do it. Some people went in their car and did it. Some people did it. That's what people do. As I said, they looked into it, and they're looking, and they're going to find something. That in one of them bullshit laws that's going to write in there, you know what I'm saying, say he did something wrong, and it's going to be wrong on paper, and that's enough to put him in jail. Everybody's going to say what he did to Cassie. I'm sorry for y'all that don't understand that that has passed the statute of limitations from a criminal perspective. Now, if Cassie's family felt like they wanted to get at him, ain't none of us can say about it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all kind of come to her defense, do that. Don't be Twitter thumb gangsters. Do that. If y'all standing up for domestic violence, do that. Not just for the celebrities. Do it for your sister who getting her ass whooped. I don't want you to hear nothing, to hear you say, oh, well, she shouldn't have been with him, or nothing like that. I want you to get up and have that same energy, because somebody 2 doors down from you is getting their ass whooped every other night. And I need you to go outside and protest and tweet and put their picture out. I need you to do all of that. I just need that energy, because this is a celebrity. And there's a lot of celebrities, black, white, purple, other colors, kicking their wives' ass, and husbands are getting their ass kicked too. And the LGBTQ community, which is big in that domestic violence space as well, with their spouses and partners and significant others. So, like, I just need y'all to stop fronting and bullshit and act like y'all care about domestic violence, because it's real people, and that's a real thing that's going on. Same with sex trafficking. It's another thing that Pimpin' Ken was talking about. Like, no, what he did was not sex trafficking. Like, and Pimpin' Ken said this, and this is the truth. Basically, what they're saying, that when you meet that girl in Miami and you live in LA and you want to fly her in for the purposes of having sex with her, if you do it more than one time, you're sex trafficking. That's what you're saying, according to the evidence. And this is per Judge Joe Brown, a judge, that according to him, if that's what they're saying, what they got for Diddy, this is what sex trafficking is. When I lived on the I-20 corridor in South Carolina, and I know people personally I've given to, and that's documented, where we've contributed to organizations who are working on human and sex trafficking, and we support it, and we're watching little girls actually get taken. And he talking about somebody, a billionaire sending for females to come, or males potentially, so he's saying, to come for, nobody, been dragged or got gunpoint and escorted across state lines. They got paid, they came, all that other stuff. This is sex trafficking. It's crazy. So, as I said, and Pimpin' Ken said this as well, the precedent is being set for this to happen to other individuals that's not of means by doing the type of things that they're doing to Diddy. You know, again, I'm sure that he did something wrong. I'm sure he did something that warrants him to, I don't know about go to jail, or just be charged with a crime and all that other stuff like that. I know it. You can't really dig into that situation. He did something. And because sometimes you don't even know all the laws that you breaking. You know? Like the way they write up a law. This is how this country works. So, you know, we just have to, I know something's in there for him to go to jail on or to be convicted on. But some of the stuff that they're talking about is bullshit. And that's how I feel about it. So, I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion, but you know, it's the majority of this shit is bullshit. But they don't need to worry about the majority. All they gotta do is find one or two things, and the rest is history.